People change. People change in an instant, they change in a day, they change in a month, they change in a year. Sometimes it even takes a decade or 2 decades, perhaps, to change your mind, to change your beliefs, to change your personality, to change your faith, to change your spirituality, to change who you are. Especially for those that have been indoctrinated into, propagandized by extreme and radical belief systems like classic Americana, Christianity, Mormonism, Catholicism, Islam. All of these like very radical belief systems have very good marketing. I want you, those of you who celebrated this man being murdered in front of his wife, in front of his children, in front of a bunch of college students, I want you to think about what celebrating that means. Have you never changed your mind on something? Have you never changed your viewpoint on something? Have you never looked back on a period of your life where maybe you were the high school bully or the high school mean girl, or maybe you slept around on your wife, or maybe you were a mother who was super judgmental to her children and they didn't fucking deserve that? Have you never looked back on a period of your life where maybe, just maybe, you were an asshole and thought to yourself, fuck, man, like, what was wrong with me? Why did I do that? Why did I feel the need to do that? And been genuinely sorry, changed for the better, became a better human, and been so grateful for that opportunity to apologize to people, to change, to make right the wrongs that you had done. Charlie Kirk will never get that opportunity. And it sounds, if we can believe Candace Owens, that that's the direction he was headed. He was a man deeply indoctrinated into a radicalized spiritual sect of Christianity who stood by his values. Now that's something I've noticed about that man. He may have had the wrong values, which can be taught, but he was a man that stood by what his belief systems were. He was a man that could not be moved. He was a man that was true to himself, or at least what he believed to be himself. And that is difficult to teach. That is difficult to train. But he had that going for him. When you celebrate this man's passing, all you're saying to me, well, you're not talking to me, but all you're saying to the world is that you do not believe people can change. You do not believe that people deserve the right of redemption. That you don't believe that people deserve second chances. That you believe that death should be doled out as punishment for words. And that is a dangerous, dangerous, fascist, slippery slope. You lack faith in humans to do better. You lack faith in humans to learn. You lack faith in the process. We are all here as humans to learn lessons, to learn how to be better humans, to change, to grow, to deconstruct from certain systems that we've been placed into. He may have gotten there. Imagine had a man that stands by the courage of his convictions, who stands by his ideals, his values, who has good values. I mean, there are some that were good. I mean, being true to himself, being true to his God, being true to his values, like, that is a good thing. What if he had had the opportunity to shift some of these values for the better? Imagine the work that he could have done. Imagine what this man could have been capable of if given the chance. But now he is gone. Now he will no longer have an opportunity of redemption. He will no longer have the opportunity to right the wrongs that he committed against anyone that may have felt slighted by what he said. He is not ever going to be able to say he's sorry. And I believe he would have gotten there. If you, what is that? Let he who has not sinned cast the first stone. For those of you that celebrated this man and his assassination in front of a bunch of people, I want you to reflect on your past, things that you have done that have been hurtful and possibly even hateful. Consider that before posting videos laughing that this has happened. What if you had not been given the chance to right your rights or your wrongs? Just food for thought.